It's Beer O'Clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Deeds Brewing Company, and this is their one standard drink. This is a double dry hopped mid-strength beer. A limited release from Deeds Brewing Company. It's 3% ABV in a 440 milliliter can. Mid-strength? I don't think mid-strength is 3%. Personally, from the UK perspective, I think mid-strength would be about 4.5%. Probably the same as Australia, really. I mean, if you think of the beers like Carlton Draft and Tui's and all these other beers, they're all about 4% ABV. So maybe it's an Australian term. Maybe it's an Australian term for another kind of beer that's very popular there. I live the other side of the world, so who am I to know? Let's get the beer out into a glass, see what we get. Massive thank you to Travis in Australia. Cheers, Trav, for sending us the beer. There are companies in the UK that have been brewing these kind of like 2% ABV beers to get underneath certain tax thresholds. They kind of look a little bit like this, very kind of light, very, very light looking beers, very, very light, fluffy heads. Be nice if we can get all of this beer into the glass. That would be pretty cool. There we go. I can show you then if it's well, it's definitely unfiltered. You can see it's unfiltered, but I wanted to see if there was any kind of lumps and bumps, bits and pieces floating around that's going to make its way to the bottom of the glass here. Very, very light, very, very kind of straw coloured beer. Very straw coloured, but very hazy. At the same time, we had a 1 to 2 finger white head. I think it's about time. There is little particles of sediment in the bottom of the glass. You might be able to see it if the camera focuses nicely. It's not big lumps and bumps and shopping trolleys and tyres, you know, nothing that big in terms of the sediment. Okay, let's get the aroma on this beer then. It's quite hoppy. Quite a hoppy little number. Quite lemony, quite grapefruity. It's got a sense of a bit of passion fruit and mango. There's a sense of New World kind of like New England IPA flavours coming through, and a little bit of kind of like old school West Coast kind of pepperiness and spiciness from the hops that are in the beer. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. Pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. For that 3% ABV, it's fantastically drinkable. Stone the Crows. Stone the Crows. What a fantastic... I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of this company. Deeds Brewing Company. They produce some tremendous beers over there in Australia. It's got a lovely bitterness. I'm just tasting the bitterness now as the flavours and everything's kind of like hitting towards the end of where they should be hitting. You're getting a really nice bitterness. It's quite prolonged. It's quite a nice prolonged bitterness that just keeps going and going and going. I'm pleasantly surprised. Beers at about 3% ABV, unless it's a Berliner Weiss or some kind of like sour beer that's got loads of kind of lactobacillus and sour flavours coming through. Unless it's something like that, then a 3% ABV hoppy beer generally wouldn't pique my interest. I don't think I would pick it up if I was in my bottle shop, can shop these days. I don't think I'd be like, ooh, 3% ABV. But life surprises you. Life will surprise you in lots of different kind of ways. And this is one of life's lovely little surprises. This beautiful, beautiful, well-rounded, lovely light malt, crisp, refreshing, really hoppy, passion fruit, mango, grapefruit, orange peel, lemon peel. Lovely bitterness from the hops, spiciness. It's just one of life's nice little surprises that they've been able to get a beer at 3% ABV so right. They've got it so right. Now, time to read the side of the can. It's quite a large one, and this might explain that 3% ABV. One standard drink. Don't get us wrong. We like our big, heavy double and triple IPAs. So do I. But sometimes, just sometimes, we want to have the staying power to sit around the campfire long into the evening and regale our mates with stories they've probably heard 100 times before. For those occasions, we decided to make the math easy for everyone. One standard drink is just that. In a 440ml can. Dry hop with some of our favourites. Simcoe, Vic Secret, Ruwaka, from our mates at Eggers Farm in New Zealand. Here we are. And Sabro. Giving you a well-rounded, punchy, piney tropical beverage, letting you kick back rather than fall back. Cheers to making it to the wee hours. And there's the point. There's the point. You could session this. I like to drink in the afternoon. By about 10 o'clock anywhere. Although I surprised myself the other night. I stayed up till about 12 o'clock round my own campfire in a field with a tent next to me. On my own, my family went to bed. I sat there drinking in the field with the stars out and the moon out, and it was amazing. Amazing, amazing night. No music, nothing. Just me with my can of beer, gazing at the stars, looking at the moon, fire going. Not a breeze. There wasn't a breeze. I could have sat out all night. So rating on this one standard drink. It certainly surprised me. I like that enough to give it a Stone the Crows 9 out of 10. So 9 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.